Alright, welcome back everybody. It's been a while, like at least a month or two since my last little review, but family, business, and other crap gets in the way. But that's not important. What's important is that I'm back. It's like with some new stuff. Well, mostly. Anyway, so before us is the Revenge of the Fallen Superion with the Fansproject upgrade kit. Now this figure, it's like, was improved by the upgrade kit and kind of brought along the thing. It's like for most of the big combiner craze that goes on today. However, by the standards of the new combiners, it's very, very small. And you got your Fansproject Maketoys, which are pretty decent size, and then you have your TFC and coming soon Warbatron, which is even bigger. So this guy is pretty small now. I mean, he wasn't so noticeable next to the Bruticus, but as I'm sure we're all aware, Fansproject came out with their own rendition of Menasor, and here they are side by side. As you can see, yeah, Arch Nemesis is, yeah, they're not very, they don't scale very well with each other. I mean, like, he's a good 2 or 3 heads taller. But, as fate would have it, it's like, somebody came in and, decided to give, like, this Superion another upgrade. So, for that reason, we're going to be looking at the DMY Studios Fall of Superion upgrade kit to the Fansproject upgrade kit. Here's the box for it. This one runs for about $40 or so at most of the places. So what do you get with this kit? Well, you get a whole bunch of things to improve this guy. It comes in 2 varieties. You can get the standard gray version, or if you have sorry, if you have the Snowman version, the white version, there's also a version for that. The whole point of this kit is to make this guy taller. So it comes with like a few things to make it taller. For one thing, here's the white version. It comes with these things that like you screw under the feet. That adds like a, I don't know, like a centimeter or 2 of height to make him taller. The other thing that it adds is that there's this piece which will help make him taller. As you can see, this one's the white version, and I happened to go get a knockoff version of the Fansproject kit. Now, some of you are wondering, like, well, what's the difference between the knockoff version and the legit version? Is there a difference? Should I just invest in the knockoff, or should I get the legit version? It's like of the Snowman or whatever. Now, the Snowman version was closer to the G1 looking, and it's really up to your preference. I kind of like the gray version because I think it just goes better with most of the Superions. But if you were to get one of the knockoff versions, although upon closer inspection it looks great, like here's one of the pieces, they're mostly designed for the combine mode. Now, as you remember, this piece, it's like would form like shin guards and like buff out the plane. As you can see, if you put it on now, although it clips there, it's like the gap is a little wider, so it doesn't hold on as steady as it used to. You can just shake it right off. See what I mean? Like the slightest tap and it falls right off, whereas the legit version holds on a lot better. Another thing that this one has is that the knockoff version comes with its own version of the of Process's filler piece. Now this one here is painted like a nice black and has like these pieces here painted, but it's completely hollow here, whereas the other one was nicely filled out. I mean, now this piece here is like really nice. However, you can just easily get this off Shapeways, you know, and paint it yourself, or get it all in black, and you know, it's not worth getting the whole knockoff piece just for this. The other thing that the knockoff came was with these 2 pieces here, which were not in the instructions, but the idea is that you would put these, it's like in the shoulders, and it would give it like more articulation. However, they're a pain to like attach, and an even bigger pain to detach. So it's like, and they don't really hold all that well. But ideally, you know, you would take this piece and put it in there, so you can see pain to put in, and then connect it there, and it would add like some upward articulation and whatnot. So that was pretty neat, and I guess it's like in like vehicle mode, you could just store them on the back here and clip them onto Silverbolt's arms, it's like to give him some missiles. It's got like little rocket pads like clipped in. So that was the thing about the white knockoff kit. So you can tell you have a white knockoff. It's like, or even just a regular gray knockoff, if the box contains a lot of styrofoam. Also, in the case of the white one, it comes with two guns, a white one and a black one. Whereas I heard that the legit Snowman kit came with like a white gun with a red piece there. So, you know, make sure you don't overpay for a Snowman kit. Just saying. You know, if you're looking in the market for that. Yeah. So, that's the thing about the knockoff Snowman kit. Now let's focus back on the lift kit. Now the lift kit, it's like, ideally it was designed, it's like that the pieces could form like a would-be jet piece. However, they don't hold together all that well. The plastic also looks a bit finicky. And like, okay, these two are leg pieces, and this thing would like sort of fill out the midsection. Now they've designed it. They gave this one piece here on the bottom. And ideally, with this piece here, what you would do is that you would take this and put it on like the jet mode on the top, like so. That would allow you like to, or just park this on the top to give it like a buffed up jet feel. Now, again, as I said before, these pieces don't hold in very well, and it wouldn't really support. It's like the other fans project thing. So what this company decided was, you take the leg pieces and you put them on the bottom of the A-10 looking fighters, these things, to give it like pontoons or whatever. And then they had like these new arm fillers, which also look like freaking guns, and they have nice molded detail. And ideally, you would take one of these and store it there. And so that would be like your fighter. Now, this one's broken, doesn't have, but you get the idea. Then in robot mode, like this would just flunk out, like fill out the arms, and you know, give them more firepower, if you will. Not as much as say armored up Diesel, but enough. And also, you could just hang this off the back in robot mode, and again, and allegedly buffed it out ever so slightly. But this piece was allegedly like really made just for the combined mode. I mean, it's nice that they took the time to fill in those other modes, but clearly, you know, once you get a hold of it, you realize it was like really meant with one mode in mind. It also comes with like some other pieces, like here, like you can take the head and like put these pieces in, which later also come with some of these gold round pieces to give it more of that G1 vibe. You know, in case you're not a fan of the horns. Well, I'm not sure why you wouldn't be. I mean, they're freaking awesome. You know, you could also, I've seen some kits that have given like a higher neck. You can get on Shapeways, but we'll get into that. So, here we have another Silverbolt. And ideally, here's what you want to do. You want to get it in this mode, like stretch out its legs like you were going into robot mode. And this piece here, like you snap these parts off, you would just stick this in here and it would just flush out the whole midsection. I want to take one of these. Yeah, okay. Not the best plastic, but so you take this and you pull it all the way down. And you just take these pieces here. What these will do. Actually, you don't want this thing all the way out. Hold on. There we go. Just snap this whole piece right into the leg. It's best if you angle it. Again, not the easiest thing to work with. There we go. We got it in. As you can see, it adds in the connector port. It's lowered now, making it slightly taller. You can take it, show this other part. There. Snap it in, and again, it'll make this section taller. Now, pop this side open, and you want to grab this piece. It's got a few rotating parts. Like some of the parts snap in, like these parts here, but this one is like although there's a peg and a hole here, like I guess the peg needs to be sanded down ever so slightly to make it work as intended. So you disconnect these pieces, lower this one, and pull this section down. And here's what you want to take these, flip them over. Whoa, there you go. That just snapped off. Ball joint piece, but snap it right back on. I'll take these and just rotate them. Then what you want to do is just take this piece and put it in here. It can be a little tricky. Pull this piece down, and as you can see, there's a peg will actually pegs into this hole here, which will lock this into place. There you go. Then you push the legs in, and these pieces here will close around the side here, filling out the thighs and giving you a new piece, and then this will just snap in here like so. There you go. That gives it a whole new pelvis section, making him ever so much taller. So let's get the pieces combined now. So here's the leg with the white knockoff. First one. Again, pain to get these things in. Very tight. Okay, there, we got one in. Let's get the other one. I might have to sand them down. There. So, and now as for the arm pieces, here's what you want to do. You want to take the planes, once again get them into the original mode, but you want to connect both pieces up and make sure the connector piece is out. You take this arm piece, pull it out and rotate these around. As you can see, here's what happens. You take, there's this part here that you peg in there, and then this part will rotate up and peg right there to the back slot here. Then you lower this section, and around this part, which is molded to resemble one of the legs, you put your arm pieces, like around it, like you would originally. So you take the Fansproject pieces, you once again wrap them instead around the leg, around this new limb, and you once again insert the guns, and insert the fists, which I don't know if it's in this set or the knockoff, but it's extremely tight. There you go. And one of the nice things about this arm piece is that, first of all, it straightens out the whole arm. So it's like, whereas before the leg was the arm here and it was kind of a little bit off center, the arm is now nice and centered and it has like a double joint going for it, just like the leg pieces did. And you got nice articulation like before. It's a little longer, and this section here adds that articulation. So let's plug that here for now. There it is. And we can work on the other arm too. So once again, you take this piece and you unfold it. And snap that inside the arm. There you got your new arm piece. Now just wrap, once again, the original Fansproject shin pieces around this. Ooh, and these lamps are hot. Okay, put the guns on. And so you insert the hand. And there you go. There is your upgraded, double upgraded Superion. So there he is. And as you can see, he's definitely much taller. He's got arms that protrude better. And, you know, that has that going for him. And I guess it's like if you were to put these on the bottom. There it is at its full height. So you can see it definitely improves his height. I mean, here they are right next to each other. You can see it adds like a good couple inches to his height. However, one drawback would be that despite all these upgrades, still not quite as tall as Menasor. Although, if we rearrange these around a second. You can see, here's the height difference now, with this piece here barely reaching the bicep joint there. You know, head way up there. And then here we have this one here, where it's like more evened out. So, definitely makes the set, buffs it out, makes it taller. And, you know, so it's pretty nice. But see, here's the thing though. Although this set succeeds in making Superion taller, I don't believe that it makes it more fun, simply because the idea behind this was great, but the execution not so much. I mean, they had a great idea in making this piece turn into a little plane, but, you know, in order to snap it on the back, you had to remove some of those pieces, and then you have to have this piece, which is kind of just gets in the way. It's like, again, it like wasn't really. It just doesn't work in the robot modes or the vehicle modes as well as it does in the combined mode. The plastic, I wasn't too fond of it. Like, it felt this color didn't really snap as well as it could have or should have. The best thing I think this thing has going for it would be the arms. Like, it adds articulation to the arms, so now they can go up and down. And it straightens them out so that you don't have, you know, this thing anymore, like the one little piece, which, you know, you may occasionally have to super glue together a little piece to give it more stability. But I feel that this piece here was a great idea, just not made as well as it could have. So I'm hoping that maybe down the road some other party will release their own version, which works better in the other modes and, you know, just doesn't feel so flimsy. I mean, I guess the thing is this: if you're the kind of collector who buys these things, keeps them in the combined mode on the shelf, and doesn't really mess around with them, go ahead and get this. You know, it definitely buffs out your Superion and makes them taller and all that. But if you're the kind of collector that, you know, actually enjoys taking it apart, transforming, and depending on your mood, okay, one day you got the whole team, or another day you have a set of vehicles, stay away from it. So, there's that. So that's my 2 cents. You know, I hope you enjoyed this review, and you know, thanks for watching, and, you know, subscribe if you like. Check out some of my other videos where I give like more in-depth reviews on this guy as well as this guy here and all their separate components. And I look forward to doing more. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye.